ZABoxingNation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. Today is August 8th, 2025. And boxing fans, we've got a stacked slate. Alexander Usyk goes silent on Joseph Parker's mandatory. Daniel Dubois is overhauling his fight night discipline. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis is officially happening on Netflix. And of course, for your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. Let's break this all down. David Higgins, Joseph Parker's promoter, has raised doubts about whether Alexander Usyk will ever fight Parker. Joseph Parker is now 36 wins, 3 losses, and 24 big wins coming by way of knockout. Was named Alexander Usyk's WBO mandatory. He's revitalized his career after setbacks to Joshua and White, stringing together big wins, including his upset of Deontay Wilder. Instead of talks with Alexander Usyk, Parker is now lining up a fight with Fabio Wardley. Fabio Wardley has 19 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw, with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fabio Wardley is young, explosive, and undefeated, with only 1 blemish, a draw. This fight promises fireworks and risk, but it also raises the question, why isn't Usyk engaging? Alexander Usyk sitting at 22 wins, 0 losses, 2-time undisputed, Olympic gold medalist, has the resume of a pound-for-pound great. But legacies are also defined by whether champs face their mandatories. If Parker gets through Wardley, Alexander Usyk's silence will become deafening. Fans will demand it, and the history won't look kindly on ducking a resurgent Parker. Let me know how you guys feel about all of that in the comments below. Fabio Wardley will be fighting Joseph Parker. Alexander Usyk looks seeming like he's ducking Joseph Parker, but he won't be able to if Joseph Parker is successful against Fabio Wardley. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Frank Warren has admitted something shocking about Daniel Dubois' rematch loss to Alexander Usyk. His team hosted a party the night before the fight. Yes, a party on the eve of the title clash. Frank Warren now says that will never happen again. No distractions, no unnecessary noise. Daniel Dubois' fight night focus will be locked in from now on. Daniel Dubois stands at 22 wins, 3 losses, with 21 big wins coming by way of knockout. And only at 27 years old, he's still entering his prime years. His raw power is unquestionable. What's been missing is his mental focus and consistency. This reset could be career defining, but if Daniel Dubois applies discipline, he has all the tools to re-enter the world title picture. The heavyweight division is unpredictable. One statement win can change everything. Anthony Joshua rebuilt. Joseph Parker reinvented himself, and even Wilder had comebacks. Daniel Dubois can follow that path, but only if he leaves the distractions behind and commits to his craft. Let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments below. Daniel Dubois went to a party right before his biggest fight of his career, his rematch with Alexander Usyk. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis is official. November 14th at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, and it'll be streamed globally on Netflix. Let's break down the numbers. Jake Paul is now 12 wins, 1 loss, and 7 big wins coming by way of knockout, standing at 6'1" and campaigning at cruiserweight around 200 pounds. 175 to 200. Across the ring, we have Gervonta Davis, who is 30 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and 28 big wins coming by way of knockout. One of boxing's most feared punchers, but at lightweight. That's at 135 pounds. Gervonta Davis is also 5'5". That's a massive size difference, over 60 pounds. Critics have called it a mismatch, a circus act. Spencer Oliver labeled it a cash grab, and Ryan Garcia and Lamont Roach and Terrence Bud Crawford and others openly questioned if the fight should even be sanctioned. But here's the other side. Netflix is bringing a global audience. Jake Paul brings entertainment value. mainstream attention, and crossover fans. Gervonta Tank Davis brings elite skills, highlight reel knockouts, and pound for pound credibility. So, what are we getting? A spectacle, yes, but also a test for Jake Paul's legitimacy and for Gervonta Tank Davis' adaptability. For Jake Paul, it's the ultimate validation play. For Gervonta Tank Davis, it's risky, but potentially historic move up the scale. Either way, this fight will draw eyes, break numbers, and keep boxing in the spotlight. And that's something that the sport always needs. Let me know how you guys feel about that fight in the comments below. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Jake Paul. Now, for a few upcoming fights that you need to be prepared for, we have David Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. That fight is going to be spectacular. It's going to be in Riyadh. Both of these guys are promising to come forward and put on a massive showcase of their abilities. September 13th, we have Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. This fight is going to be something that you do not want to miss. It's going to be a fight for the generations. Both of these guys are putting their legacies on the line. This is for 168-pound supremacy. Then we also have Naoya, the Monster Inoue versus Akhmadaliev. This is going to be a tremendous fight. Naoya, the Monster Inoue versus Akhmadaliev. This is going to be a tremendous fight. Both of these guys are going to come forward. We know Akhmadaliev is a tremendous fighter, but we know that Naoya, the Monster Inoue, has all the goods to be the most complete fighter in the division. How do you guys see this fight playing out? Akhmadaliev or Naoya, the Monster Inoue? Let me know in the comments below. And now for your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. August 8th is a special day in boxing history with two unforgettable moments. 1950, Sandy Sadler versus Willie Pep in front of 38,781 fans at the Yankee Stadium. Sandy Sadler stopped Willie Pep in the 8th round, claiming the featherweight championship. Willie Pep, cementing one of boxing's greatest rivalries. Then in 2007, we have Andre SOG Ward versus Chad Dawson. Fast forward to Oakland, California. Andre Ward defended his WBC super middleweight titles with a 10th round TKO of Chad Dawson. Andre SOG Ward's technical brilliance and tactical control solidified his reputation as one of the most skilled fighters of this generation. Two different eras, two defining moments, both on this day in boxing history. But that's going to do it for today's episode. From Alexander Usyk's silence to Daniel Dubois' reset to Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis, officially landing on Netflix. Boxing proves again that the story never stops. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on an update. This is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.